All right, 365 Days of Horsemanship, day 44. Yeah, so today I came up, I was a little later today, but it was okay. I came up with the intention of getting Mia in the arena, and I went up to get her. And it was like a strong no today. But it wasn't like a no where she was leaving or running away. It was weird. It was like I really wasn't sure what I was doing today. And I think I did the right thing. I think I made good choices. I think I could have made different choices that may or may not have been better. But I think what we did was helpful and useful. We will see what happens tomorrow. Yeah. Today, I came up with the halter, and I actually came all the way up to greet her, and now if I get right down to her level, right by her nose, and I just put my hand out and I wait like, a minute, she will touch her nose to my hand and just be like, hey. And that is something that we did not used to have. So that is great, like small miracles. Like, yeah, one day I'd love for her to come cantering down the hill to me, to come and see me. But you know what? Like, that's a great first step. That I can come, and if I get down on her level, that she will come and she will, touch my nose. And so I was feeling positive. Had a little bit of flow, and then started asking her to yield and come down with me with the halter. And she just ignored me, like fully frozen, fully in freeze. And I was like, okay. And it was weird because it was like, I've always said before, like, if she says no, I'll change the plan. But I have never had her say no like that before. Like, I've never had that kind of no where it's like, it's so, like, she's got such a level of, like, tolerance. It's like free. It's like this, like, complete freeze where she's just like, whatever, man, I don't care that it's happening. Like, whatever. And I kind of played around a little bit with, like, increasing the pressure a little bit, which did nothing. I just thought, I have two choices here. I can dominate her into coming, or we can stay at this level and see what happens. And well, my third choice would have been to have quit with the halter completely and just gone into flow with her. But I wanted to play with it a little bit because it was new. I wanted to find out what would happen. I wasn't really sure if it was going to be the right choice or not. But I knew I did not want to choose the dominant route today. It just didn't feel like the right thing to do. And yeah, so I just basically just rhythmically just kept going until she made a focus change. And I didn't care what it was, but as soon as she made that focus change, I was like, boom, cool, now we're in flow. And I did that a few times. And I was thinking a lot about it while I was doing it. And I was like, what? Like, this is crazy. Like, and I think, I don't know, like, how do you deal with a horse that has so much, like, when anything happens to them that they don't like, their instant reaction is to pretend it's not happening. Because that is, like, so what she does, like, with everything, it's like she just pretends it's not, tries to pretend that it's not going on, like, she completely disengages from it. And what I want is for her to be like, oh, something is, like, happening, something is annoying me, something is, like, I am gonna engage with that thing. And then, and then for her to, like, to realize that by engaging with that thing, it becomes better, right? And I'm not really sure if I'm using the halter like that, if that is supportive leadership or assertive leadership or assistant leadership, maybe it's even dominant leadership, because I'm not leaving until she makes the focus change, like, I'm not stopping until she makes the focus change, I don't know. I can definitely see a parallel with the supportive leadership in that, like, with Lawrence, if I'm walking around for ages, like, that annoys him enough that I'm not in flow with him, that he will change focus. With Mia, she's got such a high tolerance of annoying things that she will tolerate being out of flow with her, that, like, all of the things I would do with Lawrence are like would just never work, right? She's just not that well. They would work, but they're gonna take like 1,000 hours, right? For me to stop every single time she has a focus change by chance. I don't know. Maybe it is quicker to do it that way. I've maybe not given it a chance really with her. And maybe that's something I should try, is the real like walking supportive leadership, rather than something that is physically irritating to her. Maybe that's something I should try and see if I think that that's fostering more focus changes. Because ultimately, you know, what I did today did not really, 4, maybe 5 focus changes, you know, and I was probably with her for, I would say, close to half an hour. So 5 times in half an hour. So that's, what is that? Once every 6 minutes. She is annoyed enough to change her. And I was in flow for some of that time, but that's a long time, you know. That's a long time to have someone, you know, poking you basically continuously, like, hey, and you're just like, that's a lot, you know. And so, you know, it did work, but I do sort of wonder if, like, just because she can tolerate that, is that the right choice, right? Like, is that the right decision? Definitely, I learned a lot, and I do think that it was powerful for her to feel like that she could control that, and that it wasn't something, you know, it wasn't something so terrible that she felt that she needed to do something about it really fast. So I guess there's something in that as well. I think maybe what I need to do is just try the walking, because if in that same period of time I'm walking and I make the same amount of focus changes happen, then I should walk, because that's less pressure and it's still effective, and then it's going to be effective faster. So maybe that's what I should try tomorrow. Maybe that's what I should try tomorrow with that. I really wanted to make it into the arena these 4 days. But I guess these things are kind of more important. Like, that was a big step in the arena. And then definitely that conversation with Larissa yesterday was challenging for her. And I made the wrong choice there. I hope it's not going to affect us that much. It may also just be bad timing today. So we'll see. We'll see how it is tomorrow. I think tomorrow I'll come with the halter with the same intention, the same plan. And we'll see what the vibe is. You know, because sometimes she surprises me. Sometimes I have these sessions and I go, I can't the next day, and she feels great, you know. So I think we'll just see. Yeah, we'll just see how it goes. And I think if we end up in the same spot as we were today, then I think we'll move to the walking and try the walking and see if that works out any better. See if I can walk her into a focus change. See how that is. Yeah. I went to see Lawrence too. He was having a tricky day as well, because he's been shut out of the big field with all the grass today into a smaller field with still plenty of grass. But, you know, the grass is greener on the other side. Unfortunately, it really is greener today. And he was like, all 3 of them were like, hey, you have thumbs, you can open the gate. And I was like, oh, no, I can't open the gate. I'm sorry, guys. And so I kind of had to try not to get caught up in that. It was nice. It was really interesting to see, like, you know, a little bit of stress. And suddenly he's way more motivated to come and do things with me. We did a lot of walking around. We did some massaging. We had a very busy session, very nice session, because, you know, he was way less motivated by the grass, you know, because he wanted actually to be somewhere else, and also his stress was high, so he was looking for reasons to feel better, and he does have that association with me that I can help him in those moments to feel better. So yeah, so that was really powerful in some ways. It was really nice for me, to be fair, like for my little task oriented brain. It was just really nice to like actually get to walk around with him a lot. It was difficult to leave in a good place, because every time I moved towards, I'd come in at the gate, which is also my own mistake, that I came through the gate and I left the halter by the gate, and yeah, I could have thought about that sooner and not done that, but I didn't realize kind of how concerned they were going to be about that. And yeah, so it was really tricky. You know, I tried to leave him in a good place. Maybe if I'd have just stayed longer and gone right down to the bottom with them, I could have made that happen. Maybe that's what I should have done. But literally, you know, anytime I tried to walk towards the fence, he was like, I'm coming with you, I'm coming, you know, like hoping I was going to open the gate for him. So yeah, it wasn't the best moment to leave on, but I just tried to kind of stay supportive and not be in flow with him in those moments of concern. Yeah, potentially it might have worked if I'd have gone right down to the bottom with him, but it also might not have done. I don't know. You know, I think when they're motivated by something like that, you know, they're smarter than I think we give them credit for. But yeah, it was, you know, it was fine. It was a good day all in. It'll be interesting to come tomorrow and see how things go with Mia. Yeah. And yeah, I guess we'll go from there.